Hello. There is a profound distinction between a person's individual identity and their marital persona. Yeah. You may know a man or a woman with great familiarity, yet remain a total stranger to the way they experience and express love behind closed doors. Never allow your social encounters to serve as a jury for other people's marriages. Our public interactions rarely reveal the private burdens a partner may have endured. True discernment requires acknowledging that the person you see in the boardroom in your religious settings is not always the same person living in the bedroom with somebody else as a spouse. Yeah, so this video explores the complexity of human persona and the necessary boundaries we must maintain when observing the lives of other people. The two facades or the two faces of identity. While social familiarity is not marital insight. TheLadyKeziah is my name. I address the difficult yet necessary conversations we know we are supposed to have with our own selves and with the people around us. In the architecture of human personality, we often present a facade that is structurally sound, aesthetically pleasing, and professionally impeccable. She's a great woman, a great man out there. Do you know what their spouses are going through? Yes. A facade that is structurally sound, aesthetically pleasing, professionally impeccable. We see the leader, the mentor, the friend, the individual who navigates the world with grace and tenacity. Yet there is a profound distinction between this individual you see out there that you think you know so much. There is a profound distinction between this individual identity and the marital persona. To know one is not necessarily to understand that person when it comes to marriage. To witness the regal presence of a person in the boardroom is not to witness their behavior in the bedroom. You get it? Let's consider the following quickly so you get a deeper meaning into this. So the next time you are judging somebody else's love life or marriage, you will do that with a lot of wisdom. Number one, the illusion of the public mirror. We live in an age where social familiarity is often mistaken for intimate knowledge. We observe a colleague's brilliance or a friend's charm and instinctively project those qualities into their domestic life as a partner. However, public interactions are a curated sieve. We show the world the versions of ourselves that are qualified for public access. Our patience, our wits, and our professional integrity. The marital persona, however, operates in a space of radical vulnerability and sometimes radical hiddenness. The person who is a safe space for their employees, that boss you know, that leader in your religious setup you know, that person you know socially, may be a source of profound emotional exhaustion for their spouse. They can be a safe space out there, but a source of a profound emotional exhaustion for their spouses. Conversely, the person who appears reserved and cold in public may be the most attentive and tender partner in private. Because we only see the social mirror, our judgment of a marriage is often based on an incomplete reflection. Number 2, the dangers of the external jury. When a marriage begins to fracture, the world often rushes to form an external jury. Social media in-laws, right? Friends and onlookers use their positive encounters with one partner to demonize the other. They say, he's such a gentleman. She's so kind, so beautiful. It must be the partner who is the problem. This is a failure of discernment. By allowing social encounters to serve as a jury, we ignore the reality that marriage is a unique ecosystem with its own climate and its own secrets too. A person's individual excellence in society does not grant them automatic immunity from domestic failure. Yeah. When we judge based on what we see at the dinner table, our religious groupings, or the officers, we inadvertently silence the partner who may be carrying an invisible, heavy burden. What do you know? Number 3, the invisible burden. True discernment requires an acknowledging that we are strangers to the private expressions of love and conflict in any home but ours. A partner may endure years of subtle deception, emotional neglect, or a married single existence that never leaks into the public eye. You see them wearing the same apparel and you think all is well with them. No, they just want you to see what they want you to see. The most sophisticated among us are often the best at maintaining the pretense. They can lead a high-stakes meeting with authority in the morning and return to a home of silence and fragmentation in the evening. If we rely solely on their professional persona to assess their marital character, we become complicit in the public myth that often keeps victims of broken dynamics trapped and unheard. Number 4, the call for coherent discernment. As we move through our own 365-day ascent, we must apply the same standards of integrity to how we perceive others as we do to how we build ourselves. Respect the boundary, silence the judgment, and prioritize order over opinion. Recognize that the domestic space is a sanctuary or a storm that outsiders cannot fully map. That is to respect the boundary. Refrain from using your good experiences with a person to invalidate the bad experience of their spouse. You know nothing. That is to silence the judgment. Understand that an honorable exit from a marriage, a love life, often involves keeping the private details private, even when the public is clamoring for a show, sell us more, decide not to tell them anything. That is to prioritize order over opinion. And the last one, I don't want this video to be so long. Beyond the facade. Ultimately, the goal of a meaningful life is identity coherence. Ensuring that the person we are in the boardroom is in fact the same person we are in the bedroom. What the psychologists will call alter and host. Everywhere you go, you're a different person. And people judge your partner based on all those altars that you create out there. You can be kind to everybody but your partner. As to why, I will do a video on that too. You see, so yes, ensuring that the person we are in the boardroom is in fact the same person we are in the bedroom. However, until that level of integration is achieved by all of us, we must be wise enough to know that we do not know what we don't know. Marriage is an aspect of life, just like I've always said, not the entirety of it. But it is also the aspect most prone to shadow. By choosing to hold our judgment in check, we respect the dignity of the individual and the complexity of the union. We allow for the possibility that the truth is deeper than the charm, and that the most important conversations are the ones we will never hear. Yeah. TheLadyKeziah is my name. I'm a licensed psychosocial counselor and a transformative mindset coach. If you want to work with me, talk to me. Visit my profile, my channel, or my page. My link is there, and book a session with me. We can become more, do more, and give more. You don't know what you don't know. So be careful the conclusions you draw when people's personal lives are even in the public domain. Think about these things, and in the comment section, let me hear what resonates with you. Much love and blessings.